Hey guys, and welcome back to Trials and Tribulations. In the last part, we started the trial, and Iris is, testifying, so yeah. Anyway, I went to the Inner Temple that night, and I saw it all happen in the garden. I saw Mystic Lee strike Mystic Maya with her staff. As Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Lee's moved in to deliver a fatal strike. Mystic Maya tried desperately to defend herself, and she stole the weapon, It was only in self-defense. You can't blame her for it. That I don't really believe. Let's see about this. She moved in to deliver a fatal strike?
Yes, I'm sure of it. She threw down her staff and reached into her robe for a weapon.
Wait a minute. What was this weapon?
It was some kind of dagger.
A dagger, huh? And Elise Donham tried to stab her with this weapon? To kill Miss Fey?
Yes, exactly.
Huh. Epic coffee drink. You look like I did after I mistakenly took a swig of Worcestershire sauce, or Worcestershire. I don't know. There's two different ways to pronounce that. I pronounce it Worcestershire, so whatever. Anyway. ... exclamation point. Do you have a problem with the testimony we're hearing from your client, lawyer boy? What's your problem? Man. Okay. There is one thing. I do have a problem with it. A problem. Your Honor, I have a small problem with the witness's testimony. You do? But this witness is your own client. Yes, well, nevertheless. That's fine. Witness, let's add your last statement to the testimony.
Yes, sir.
Hey, just a moment. It's my job to say that. Listen, Gramps. I won't say it again. Final judgment will be rendered by me. GGHH. Grab a coffee drink. Okay, now. Let's continue. Okay, she threw her staff away and pulled a dagger from her robe. She would have no reason to do that because she had a sword cane.
Objection!
Sister Iris, there's something strange about your version of the events.
Huh?
Miss Donham throwing her staff away makes no sense at all to me.
But all you can do with a staff is hit someone.
Naturally, you wouldn't know this, Sister Iris, but the victim's staff had a special feature about it. As you can see, it's a sword. If Elise Donham really had if Miss Elise Donham had really wanted to kill Maya Fey, she wouldn't have needed to use a separate dagger. Not when she already had a beautiful blade in her hands already. Well, Sister Iris, what do you have to say?
Objection!
Epic coffee drink? Okay. That was an impressive bit of investigating, right? I never would have thought there was a sword hidden in that staff. But even so, how should I put this? ... exclamation point. A longsword is unwieldy, and thus quite ineffective in close quarters combat. Maybe that's why she chose a dagger over her blade. Well... Anyway, the type of weapon she chose to use isn't what's important. The important thing is that she tried to kill Maya Fey. As long as there's nothing strange about that, there's no problem with her testimony. Okay, but there is something strange about this whole testimony. Smack! Well, Mr. Wright, the prosecution has a point. Very well, Your Honor. The defense will now present evidence to back its argument.
Mr. Wright.
I have here another piece of evidence that shows that this testimony can't be trusted. Because Miss Elise Donham would never attempt to the life of Fey. Okay. Because Elise Donham, real name, Misty Fey, Maya's mother. Haha. Eat it. Elise Donham would never have attacked Maya Fey.
How can you be so sure?
Because the victim's real name was not Elise Donham. Hey, wait a minute, hang on. Okay, never mind. I was just... For a second there, I thought Elise Donham was maybe an anagram for Misty Fey, but hell no. Her real name was Misty Fey.
No. Not Misty Fey.
Who is this Misty Fey? Is she related to? Misty Fey is the master of the Korean channeling technique. She is also the mother of Maya Fey. Oh, are you serious?
Is it really true, Mr. Wright? Was Elise Donham actually the great Mystic Misty?
There's no doubt about it. Looks like Iris had no idea.
I can hardly believe it.
The idea that she would try to kill her only daughter, one that she hadn't seen in 17 years. Perhaps the prosecution can offer some explanation for why she would do such a thing. Ugh! Smack, smack, smack! Order in the court. Yeah. Upon hearing the witness's testimony, it seemed natural enough. However, in light of some facts that have just been presented, ... whatever. 1, that the victim supposedly threw away a sword during a fight, and 2, that the two people battling to the death were mother and daughter, despite the facts being believable when taken on their own. Good lord, man. When taken together, the entire... Thank you for establishing something that we... You don't need to say this! We know! Whatever. Listen, there's nothing in this world that isn't possible. Except, you know, flying or surviving a gunshot wound to the fricking brain. Or, I don't know, falling from the top of the Empire State Building. Screw you, Godot. God. I don't like you. You're so stupid. Okay, except for one little thing. Yes? What is this one little impossible thing? You still don't get it. I don't get you at all. I don't want to get you. You think maybe my beans are under roasted, but you have... The hell is up with your dialogue, man? Okay, you think maybe my beans are under roasted, but you have... I'm not reading that line. For some reason, it just cracks me up. Could you get to your point? I heard this witness's confession this morning, just as I had taken the first sip of my 8th cup of morning coffee. You're gonna die! You know that? That much caffeine is not good for you. You're going to ruin your health, my friend. You see? Everybody thinks he's gonna die because he drinks so much freaking coffee. But anyway, after hearing this woman's confession, I had a detective who loves to investigate sent to the scene of the crime. And he discovered this little beauty. Is that the dagger the witness testified to seeing? Obviously, Your Honor. But do you not notice something else? Now that you mention it, if you look closely, there appears to be a bloodstain. No, you don't have to look closely. You can see it from a mile away. God. Where did you find that? I didn't see that when I investigated the crime scene. Did you investigate the pine tree at the crime scene? Huh? The pine tree? The dagger was stuck in the backside of the pine tree. The last blow was struck, ending the violent battle between the two women. This little baby was thrown in the direction of the back of the pine tree? How? What did it frickin'... Okay, after the fight, did it, like, ricochet off of that lantern next to the tree and then get stuck in the back? How did it get stuck in the back of the tree? Never mind. God, this freaking game. It's gonna break me. Which means the blood on this dagger belongs to the victim, correct? Were you even listening, old man? I first heard this confession this morning, just as I had taken the first sip of my 13th cup of morning coffee. Didn't you say it was your 8th just a few minutes ago? I didn't have enough time to get the blood analyzed on such short notice. God. In any case, the court will accept the dagger as evidence. Furthermore, I order that a blood test be performed on it immediately. This is my sweetheart. Make sure you treat her right. Really? Can I please stab you with that? That'd be nice. Anyway, bailiff, get this piece of evidence to the crime lab for testing immediately. Dagger added to the court record. Now then, the testimony we've just heard has numerous unbelievable aspects to it. However, after having found the very dagger the witness spoke of, I believe we can consider her testimony to be credible. Coffee drink. It's epic. Cute girls never lie. Ever. Oh, yeah, just like Dahlia, right? Moron. God. I really hate this guy. I want him dead now. Anyway. Or dead again. Whatever. In any case, witness, if you could please testify again to this court.
About what, Your Honor?
About the incident you saw. The battle between the two women.
Yes, Your Honor.
The battle. Let's do it.
Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with the staff, but then she dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon. Suddenly, Mystic Elise was the one on the defensive, with her back to the stone lantern. That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. Mystic Elise managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed.
That was a very heartbreaking story. No, it wasn't.
I don't know if there were any bad feelings between them, but it had been 17 years since Mystic Misty's disappearance. Perhaps they simply didn't recognize each other anymore.
That seems reasonable. Smack. Now then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination. The battle. Alright. Mystic Maya stumbled briefly, and, after being hit over the head with the staff, then she dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon. Suddenly, Mystic Elise was on the defensive with her back to the stone lantern. Here, let's ask about this. You're saying that Maya Fey turned the tables on the victim?
Yes. But Mystic Maya wasn't herself at the time. After all, her life was in danger.
I still can't believe it. The idea of Maya cornering someone at knife point, it's just silly. As they say, a cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal, even though I'm fairly certain you can still kick the ass of a jackal. They're not that dangerous. It's just a... Or, okay, I guess I don't know anything about jackals, but I know that they're more or less just scavengers. Why would they be very dangerous? They don't attack you. Anyway, I don't know anything about jackals, so maybe I'm entirely wrong on that. I don't know. But I just know that I'm fairly certain they're scavengers. Anyway. I believe the correct description is the cornered fox is scared and petrified. Your animal analogies have grown tiresome. Oh, okay. So your analogy... Whew. Okay, I gotta stop. There's a lot of stupid. I can't help it. It annoys me. Okay. You were the one who started it. Anyway. So, after Maya Fey backed the victim into the stone lantern, what happened next? That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. Yeah. Okay. Are you absolutely certain that's what you saw?
Yes, I'm almost certain.
Almost?
The garden was dark. I couldn't really tell who was who.
What did she just say? So in other words, it could have been someone else entirely.
Objection!
We know that Maya Fey was at the Inner Temple that night, and that the woman that was killed was Miss Elise Donim. Isn't it fairly obvious who attacked who? RGH. I don't have anything to counter that yet. Well then, witness, please continue with your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor. The two of them faced each other for a moment. Then Mystic Maya rushed straight into Mystic Elise. Then Mystic Elise stumbled over and fell to the ground.
So she was stabbed in the stomach, eh? I mean, huh?
Yes.
Alright. Managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed. Let's see. Present. How about...
Objection!
Something about you just isn't right today, Iris.
Huh?
Until now, I didn't think you were the type to make such a careless mistake. However, the testimony you just gave contains quite a few contradictions.
What do you mean? What's so wrong about my testimony?
According to you, Maya Fey stabbed the victim who had her back to the stone lantern, correct?
Yes, that's right.
But in that case, the victim would have been stabbed in the stomach, right? Yes, I think so. But, according to the autopsy report... Cliffhanger!